Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. Today we will be reviewing the day three between Australia and India, the fourth test match. At 186 for six, we honestly thought that this has been a valiant effort by this Indian team. They've done everything. They made us proud and everything. At that point, personally, I expected them to crumble at that point. But the resilience they showed again, oh my God, man. Shardul Thakur and Washington Sundar, debutants. Shardul has played one test match, but he got injured after 11 balls. Washington Sundar's first test match, both of them, the way they batted, the kind of beautiful shots that they hit, that straight down shot that Washington Sundar hit off of Mitchell Stark, they were beautiful. And then in the end, that no look six of Nathan Lyon, man, that was just incredible batting. Shardul Thakur also, like you always think about the Indian tail getting out fast, but he scored a good 60 runs, 68 runs, and 67 or 68 runs it was, and absolutely incredible by both of them. Made India's score go up to the 330, 330, 336 mark, which is only 37 runs less. This is a completely different Indian side. This is not the Indian side that we are used to. This resilience, this kind of grit was absolutely incredible. What were your thoughts on Musti first game, first of the day? Sorry.
This is the greatest character fight I've ever seen from any Indian team ever in my life. I've been watching for a while
For
now
so many
cricket.
years,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've been watching like from the 90s to 2000s. I've seen like so many talented players. You've also seen the likes of Sachin, Ganguly, Dravid. Nothing taken away from them. They're
Yeah,
unbelievable talent. But this
exactly.
is just crazy character. You're telling me Shradul Thakur and Washington Sundar with a 100-run partnership.
at
I
the
understand.
Gabba, at the Gabba, which
One
is
guy
Australia's favorite ground.
at the guy, yeah, Fortress, right? Fortress,
Yeah,
and you're
that's his
uh,
place.
Sundar doesn't even play Ranji Trophy. I was looking at his stats, I couldn't find stats on him. Like plays one
He's
or
like, yes,
he's a
20
T20.
games or something. Yeah.
No, T20 specialist. Yeah, he opened the innings for Tamil Nadu, for India, under 19, this and that. That's completely fine. On your debut, you have to understand this is Test cricket. This is not like a T20 match. It's not an IPL game. This is completely different. Test
Yeah,
cricket, and you're 180 for six against the best bowling attack in the world. Uh,
exactly.
yeah, forget that. Even Ashwin and if Ashwin and like Jadeja were also at the crease, I would say this is a very difficult task. And these are two guys who we have not seen play in Test cricket, and to step up like that, Washington Sundar, unbelievable. I think he fit into Jadeja's roles perfectly. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, didn't think he would play because of the experience and the way the Indian team in the past has made in the selection decisions. They don't want to take risks like that, and
Yeah.
understandable because if you don't have, but they were put in a corner. They had no option.
Yeah.
They needed someone who can bat a bit. There was Kuldeep Yadav or Washington Sundar. I think just for that batting, they went with Washington Sundar. But they didn't have an option. There's no Ashwin. There's no Jadeja. Shardul Thakur. For his first run, you know how it came? Bang, six over
Yeah. Yeah.
fine leg against the best bowler in the world,
Yeah.
Pat Cummins.
Yeah.
So and then
Confidence. Talk about
did you see the
confidence.
drives and stuff? I don't know who was playing
Beautiful.
Kohli or Shardul. It was
Beautiful.
just
Those
unbelievable.
shots and extra cover, that was just sublime shots, like proper, like top order batsman kind of shots. Like you said, you couldn't tell if you didn't know if you was Tucker that actually Virat Kohli was probably playing. It was just literally that good. Absolutely
Yeah.
incredible.
The shots were unbelievable, and like you said, the no look shot was the shot of the series for me. Like
For
that was
sure. Just
against
so
Nathan
beautiful.
Lyon.
It was just like, oh my God. Like he didn't even look. It was just so good. I was just so like I was just so happy to see someone on their debut scoring that kind of a shot against one of the best spinners in Test cricket, Nathan Lyon. 100th Test match versus first Test match. There's a difference over there, obviously.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible.
in hindsight, if you look at it, like what if Rohit batted more? What if Rahane batted more?
A
What
little
if
bit more.
Pujara Mayank batted more? But at the same time, because of all the whole situation and the situation you're put in, I think this is like a dream kind of comeback for India. I don't think at 180 for six, any of us thought they'd make even 300. You said that they should come to 300. When you said that on
I
WhatsApp,
was
I'm
just
like,
laughing about it.
yeah, I'm like, there's no way this is gonna happen. Like I was confident that Australia will go with a 130-run lead minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Anything less was not possible, but they took it to a 30-run lead.
Another
Oh,
extra 100 runs. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I think we've kind of given them their due credit. But moving on to some of the top order batsmen who we expected more from, the likes of Rahane and Mayank Agarwal, who both I thought played slightly ordinary shots to get out. Your thoughts on them?
yeah, with Rahane, I was actually very disappointed because he played two shots in the same ball, same bowler, same position. It went in that gap between slip and gully twice.
Yeah,
So he should have just put that shot away. Like he should have put the shot away, or like
let it
I
go.
Yeah, let it go. And I think because the ball goes away from the batsman, you need to open the face a bit if you want to play it
Yeah,
safer. But he's
yeah.
playing it with a straight bat, so it's going to take the edge and go. So if you look at technically, that could be a slight flaw. But at the same time, he knows that this is what happened. I think he should have just let it go. As captain, he should have taken more responsibility. I completely agree with that. And Agarwal, I think this was a dream situation for him, and he played amazing. Like, I think,
For the 38 runs that he
yeah.
scored, he was very good.
So then to throw away a wicket like that, that's just criminal, man.
It was
Because
it was quite a white ball as well. Like it
yeah,
wasn't one of those good balls that you get. And if you get a Jaffa and you get out, fair enough. But no, this was an ordinary ball, and he's just chasing after it,
yeah.
and he went out.
But look, it could also be the fact that these Indian batsmen were under pressure. That's why they're playing some shots, because they didn't realize that the tail can bat like this, right?
Yeah.
Of course, they went with the mental mindset. If you look at it that way, they probably went with the mindset that it's just me now. Punt was saying this me. After me, there's no batsman.
Yeah.
So that's why maybe he went for quick runs and tried to put pressure on Australia. They didn't realize that the tail can hold like this. So maybe that could be a reason. But yes, they went a bit too aggressive. Yes, you need to take runs, but you need to be sensible as well. And the way to bat on this pitch, Thakur and Washington showed you. You play your shots, but then you need to put away the shot. What Thakur said, that's what I expect somebody of Rohit Sharma. He said in his press conference that when Lion came on, they spread the field. So I think it was very silly for me if I take him on. So I just worked the single. He was bowling really well, but I was trying to work the single or just contain. I wasn't looking to hit him. He did hit him for a six, but like for a bowler to talk like that, now he's probably an all-rounder. But like for a bowler to talk like that, it shows a lot of maturity, and that's how you need to bat, I think. And like I said, it could be. I don't want to blame the batsman 100%, but yes, of course, they need to take part of the blame, because if these guys did this, these guys could have definitely taken the score to 400, even close to 450, 500.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And that's, but then, yeah, like we said, I mean, this resilient Indian team never give up, not giving up kind of an attitude. It's just very heartwarming to see. Coming to the Australian bowlers, they have to be disappointed with this. This is a second string Indian bowling attack who's getting all the accolades and everything. They've been dropping catches. There were not too many chances that Australia dropped. I mean, like I think there was one odd chance that they dropped. The one from Washington, Washington Sundar, the one close one, but they didn't drop. This was a chanceless Indian batting unit that is filled with the newer batsmen in Mayank Agarwal, Washington Sundar, Shardul Thakur. They should be disappointed. They should be frustrated by this performance. This is the best Australian bowling attack. The likes of Hazelwood, Stark, Cummins, Lyon. These are the guys we talk about as dream bowlers. So what is going on with them?
I mean, in the beginning, of course, they're an amazing bowling attack. Cummins is brilliant. In the beginning, I thought these guys, they're just so relentless and everything like that. But at the same time, they were still relentless. Stark was bowling at 150 at one stage, but they weren't getting out. But so I think there's a problem with the plans, the field setting, the lines and lengths. That's where the captain needs to take responsibility. I don't think he's doing his job in that way. And the bowlers as well. I think Nathan Lyon has been the most disappointing for me. I feel that in situations like this, he comes and picks up the wickets. In every series, we've seen him do that. Whether it's in the Ashes, whether it's against India, he's not picking up those wickets. Whether India are playing him better or his lines and lengths are not as effective, I'm not sure. But I think he's been a worry. And Mitchell Stark, again, he's bowling with the pace, but he just doesn't look lethal anymore. And he gives you one bad ball. Like if you look at it, he bowled 3 or 4 maidens, right? And a guy who's bowling at 150, you expect him to put more pressure on the batsman. He bowls that one odd short ball, one bad ball, like how what Umesh Yadav was doing before in his we should talk about that. And that's what Stark is doing right now. Hazelwood and Cummins, I think they're spectacular bowlers, but I think at the same time, if it's not going their way, it's difficult. And you also have to understand these guys have not got injured, so they've been bowling the whole series. So now fatigue is getting to them for sure. It's not an excuse, but I think it's credit to India.
Yeah, there was a stat that I saw that after tea, when Australia were bowling, they had an issue where they were only 4 balls that actually hit the stumps.
Yeah, that's another problem.
Right? But they kept bowling. They kept trying to bowl on the chest height and stuff also like that, which is. But that's if it's not working.
But that's an indication of the pitch also, because I mean, you're completely right. They should have attacked the stumps more. But the reason when they tried to go full, he was driving them down the ground like Sachin, man. So that was the problem. So maybe that was the issue, because the Gabba does generate more bounce. So that's why it's probably that's an indication of the pitch. But I agree with you. They didn't get that swing that India was getting. Even now, when like Warner was batting nicely, Natarajan was getting swing. Shardul got swing even with the old ball. So they're not getting swing. They should have probably. I don't know, maybe that's just the way they bowl. They don't get as much swing, or maybe it's because it became overcast and they didn't get as much sea movement. But there's a crack down the middle of that pitch. I think they didn't utilize that either. And I was shocked, man. I thought Cummins and Hazel would rip through that. I didn't see India crossing 200 at one point. Like, it'd be difficult to cross. They crossed 200, 250, 300, and like they're 30 runs away. So I think what you're right as well. They should have probably targeted the stumps more. And the example of how they cleaned up the tail in the end, they should have.
Exactly. I think looking forward to day 4, if the rain stays away.
Yeah, there's rain for both days. I think fifth day is even worse.
Fifth day is really bad. Fifth day is really bad. They're saying the 4th day is sort of clearing up, but there might be some rain delays. You don't know. But like with the way it's going, it's probably headed for a draw.
Yeah, right now it's playing into India's hands. Australia have to make the move. I think that's why Warner's in this team. He's going to play a T20 game. So he has to look. If India can get him out early, I think Australia will be an issue because the thing is, if they do go for quick runs and they start losing wickets, then they have the problem of losing the game as well, Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think if I'm an Australian dressing room, I'll just go all out because there's no point drawing this game.
Yeah, for them at least because they hold
what
the
are you
series,
gonna get? Because of the rules and everything, the trophy goes back to India if they draw. So for them, a draw is a loss is a loss. So they have to go all out. I think whatever, regardless of the situation, if India can win or not win, it doesn't matter. They have to go all out. Even if it's 200, 220, I think they should declare and go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on the time, right? Because if there is rain, then they might not have like 4 sessions. So that's why I'm saying a low score.
And India has nothing to lose. This works out in favor of them. They can just do play with their game plan. They Australians try to attack. They get the wickets. Great for them. If they don't, they know what to do. They just need to like take care of the game.
Yeah, I think they should have an in and out field where you have like protection for Warner. Make him run the single. It's fine because take time out of the game, take the sting out of the game, and he has an injury as well, so he's gonna look to hit boundaries. So yes, they attacked yesterday. I think they did get hit for boundaries, but now today I think they should have an in and out field, have some protection. I understand that you should be aggressive, this and that, but India's in a situation where they don't need to enforce the issue.
Correct.
They don't really need to enforce the issue because with the whole situation and everything, yes, people will say, "Oh, you need to win every game," but like you have to look at the larger picture and the situation, and they don't need to force the issue. And by having that in and out field, they can also hit in the air, and it could work in India's favor for a win also. So I think they should have some protection and keep some slips and everything as well, and go like that. Try to put pressure, but at the same time, if he takes a single, it's fine.
Yeah. Part of me wants the rain to stay away so that this could actually become a cracker, another little bit of a cracker with an Indian victory in sight. But we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a fun game.
Just a word on the pitch. I think with the crack, it's looking a better pitch. I think
it's looking really good. It's looking sublime. It's a proper batting wicket. It's fun to bat on. And Shardul Thakur and Washington Sundar showed you that. So
is this the best partnership you've seen from a tail ender?
Absolutely.
Or at least
absolutely. I think so. I can't remember another one that comes to mind. I mean, literally just last test match, we saw one with Vihari and Ashwin. But Vihari is technically not like a lower order batsman. He's more a top order batsman. Yeah. But I feel like that was so great. And then if there was anything that could probably be a shade above, it's this. Because, like when you're under the pump, it could have been easily 2-1 down in the series. And everything that they've done would have kind of been useless, so to say. I mean, yes, they won our hearts and everything, but still losing the series 2-1 would have been heartbreaking. So like to show that kind of resilience and bring this to a position where we could draw it, possibly win it, lesser chances of losing, hopefully, because I'm a positive Indian supporter. And that's why I think that this is this has a little bit more significance as well, in my personal opinion.
No, 100% I agree with you. And now the lot of pressure on Australia. If I was in their shoes, I'd be like under the pump right now because this is a second string Indian team, like especially the bowling in particular. And you also don't have the likes of Virat Kohli and everything as well in the batting lineup. So if you can't win a match from the last 2 games where they were the dominant force, I think a lot of questions will be asked. So I think they have to hope the rain stays away, and they'll have to do something different out of the box, and it'll be interesting because this situation shouldn't have come. Australia shouldn't have been in this situation, especially 180 for 6. There is no doubt. As soon as they won the toss, that's it. like imagine during the Gilchrist, Warren, and these days. Do you think they would have spared? They wouldn't have spared any team, especially a second string bowling lineup. No way they would have spared it.
No
So
chance.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is like hats off to this Indian side. Absolutely beautiful. It's just every day you think that they've reached the peak and then they take it a notch further. It's just very very good to see.
Yeah, my hair's a
Looking
bit
forward.
messy, so I can't take off my hat. But hats off.
Hats off.
But hats off for me. This is extremely special. I, as a in, like you know, watching India over the years and everything, I haven't seen this kind of. I've seen some amazing games, but
Yeah.
this time, this kind of
Character.
fight and character is just unbelievable. And this is what makes you like go behind, like support and watch Test cricket. Is just this is beauty of Test cricket, and I think all the credit goes to especially Thakur and Washington Sundar.
Yeah. Test cricket is Test cricket. Everything else is just cricket.
Yeah, everything else is just cricket. I think, yeah, and it's like it's a challenge all the way through. Like you don't know what's gonna happen against the best bowling lineup to put up a show like that. So even it shows that, like, even from a neutral point of view, it's not easy to win a test match, because when you have a team on the mat, if they start fighting it out, then like you have to work harder. So
Yeah. I mean, looking forward to day 4. See what day 4 brings, and it's gonna be fun. And we'll catch you right after.
yeah, for sure. I don't mind a few showers, but it'll be fun. Like you said, now it's come at a stage where, like, both teams are fighting so much. The more cricket we see, the better. So
The better it is. Yeah.
yeah.
I think whatever
It would have been different if these guys didn't put on red partnership.
we want a lot more rain.
We want a lot more rain. But now we're a bit comfortable with the match going on. So let's see how it goes. But thank you so much, man.
Take care.
All right, take care.